I don't know if you know this, there's 88 counties, 87, what do you call them? Did you ever just have one of those moments?
Yeah.
No, there's 87,
Precincts?
no. Oh, I apologize for this. It just happened in another debate somewhere, I think. One of those There you go, EMAs. We got Ohio EMA, well, you got your federal EMA, you got your state EMA, and then you got your county EMA. Thank you. The bottom line is many federal dollars flow through those agencies, but they get stuck at the top. So that's where when you have that mentality of we're just an extension of the state, then you find things start getting plugged up just like at the state, just like at the feds. It's an attitude issue. If you take the right attitude into things and the right philosophies, that's really what it boils down to. Again, what would a reasonable person do? A reasonable person, in this case, would represent their local people. Bottom line is, when you're trying to represent somebody from Lake County and you're down in Columbus, things get a little fuzzy. But when you're right here, right now, seeing people eye to eye, that's the biggest thing. Do what the people want. Again, get out of the way, let your local elected officials do their jobs, and act as that clearinghouse. Make sure you get out of the way, you do the right thing based on what your community needs. And who better to tell you that as your locals? Thank you.
Well, Becky, I think he uses that term when he doesn't have the answer. Because if you look at the structure of it, the legal structure, county government came first. And county government existed, most of Ohio was called Washington County before Ohio was even formed, 1779, if I had that right. And so county government is first and foremost, in my mind, as your local government. His definition is true, so I will say it is an accurate statement, but I don't think that the way you use that to kind of sidestep some responsibility is definitely, that's not an appropriate way to do things. Thank you.
Like Dave said, it is our local, this is the county is our local government. What Mr. Troy says about the state, well, he says a lot of things, and he'll continue to say a lot of things. But the office of commissioners is truly, it's the budgetary part. So your hands are tied on a lot of things, but it's also leadership. So people look to the commissioners for leadership and to point us in the right direction and to bring things down to the local government and bring local government together. So that's where I really feel is what this office needs to do, is start bringing local people back together again.
Becky, what he means when he says that is that county government can only do what Ohio Revised Code says they can do. And I understand that because that's how it is for township governments. My fellow panel members are all on city councils, and city councils have legislative authority that townships and counties do not have. And so that's the distinction that he's making. If he's using it to bob and weave and not give a good answer, that's just dumb. But it is correct and true that county governments can only do what is allowed to them to do under Ohio Revised Code.
Okay, gentlemen in the back.
Thanks. Congratulations to all of you. I applaud you for going into this parade. Just a real simple, short answer to all I'm looking for. What's your pet peeve for your first year in office, assuming that you're elected? What's going to be your top priority for that first year to get you on or to start on that you think is going to have the largest impact on your?
Let me repeat the question. The question is, what is your pet peeve or top priority project for your first year as Lake County Commissioner if you're elected?
It absolutely has to be all about jobs and the economy. So I think the outreach to the business community, the real job creators, that's got to be the #1 priority. So the things that we're going to do are all going to be shaped by that conversation at the core.
I have a lot of pet peeves, so I don't know if I could do it.
Short answer.
Quite that quick. But it is. I mean, jobs. We all know jobs have to be the first creation we have to go for. Another one is to make these meetings accessible. Put them on TV. Make it so the public can see it. And if you have some in the evening so the public can go to them. That's the second one in line.
County government is an administrative form of government. And so administration happens to be something I am good at. And so my focus, like a laser, is going to be on fixing the mess. And starting by taking the global view and then starting to sort it out. We did it when I was on the school board, and I've done it in my department where I work now, and I would like to do it at the county as well.
Openness and transparency. Let's pull back the cloak of the culture of concealment. Let's get things right out in the open. Because once we've done that, then we can start getting down to the nuts and bolts of fixing things. Thank you.
Okay, that's as much time as we're going to have for questions. We're going to give each of the candidates 2 minutes now for their closing remarks, and we'll be using reverse order of the initial statements. So, John, you have 2 minutes first. Come up front if you like.
Thank you. I hope that all of you did come away with something of value here today. Bottom line is your participation is essential in taking back our county. We've got to start somewhere, and what you're doing is commendable. I commend all those who are here this day to try to make a difference, and the bottom line is ordinary people working together can do extraordinary things. It's not just a cliche, it's a reality. It works every time it's tried. Be positive, have a good outlook, work hard. That's what we're trying to do, and I sincerely hope that we can take 2 seats and hold them, because it is essential. This county is in trouble. That's not just rhetoric. That's just not a campaign slogan. We have problems in this county, and the reality is we have to work together to get through this. We've got to have good people on point who can stay on point and have the guts to get through this. That's all I'm asking. We, whoever will be chosen to move forward to represent you, need that kind of support, and that's what I hope I can count on. So thank you all.
This is a really exciting time to be involved in public service because, in the words of, I think, Rahm Emanuel, don't let a good crisis go to waste. You know, that's a blade with 2 edges. I think this is a time of crisis and therefore opportunity for us in Lake County. I think you need to have somebody, I guess my campaign theme would be the right experience and a fresh vision. I feel like every experience in my life, you know what, when you're a homeschooling mother of 6, you do nothing but dispute resolution all day. I know how to do that. I know how to bring people together and move them forward in a common direction. I helped clean up the Riverside School District when they were looking at a $2 million deficit, and we did not increase general fund taxes to do that. We did not have any new general fund taxes during the 8 years I was there, yet we had a $5 million carryover when we were done. You know, of course, we've always balanced the budget in Leroy, and then when I took over my department, it hadn't moved a box out of that place in 4 years. I had a 3,000 box surplus. They're gone now. Took a while. My boss told me I was like a dog in a sausage factory. Well, I can fix this, and then I can fix this. I know how to calm down now, and that's what I'm going to do for the county. The more I learn, the more excited I am about how we can go in there and really fix this thing. And I would really appreciate your help in doing that. If you'd like to know more about my experience or the vision that I have for the county, I have a very detailed 10-point plan for exactly what we need to do to turn this thing around. And it's sitting on the table over there. I invite you to take it with you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to have been here. Dave Fiebig is job ready. I hope that I've been able to outline a few of the points that I had and highlighted some experiences that I've had in my lifetime that brought me to this point. I haven't been a career politician. I haven't been in this all that long, so maybe I'm a little wet behind the ears still, but I've appreciated the opportunities that I've had to represent others in government and to use the gifts that were given by God to me to be able to give back to the community. I think that's very important as we go forward. Communication, openness, transparency, less government, lower taxes, the Constitution, these are all themes that you've heard today, and I hope that I can embody those for you as your representative for Lake County Commissioner. Likewise, I've left some literature and even some yard signs there if you're so inclined. My phone number and email is right on my business card, and I will be